over to look at you all. Okay, here I am. Oh, good morning, friends. Now I'm in my Alison role and not my script role. Roughly, I'm going to say it was probably about 7 weeks ago. Maybe it was 6 or 7 weeks ago. You all helped me. I did the story that week, and I took longer. I knew I would take longer than expected because I was practicing my TEDx talk about electric school buses. So I'm going to round out and give you the denouement of that story. And I'm also mostly going to talk about the journey. And the journey of preparing my TEDx talk was challenging and it was enlivening. And it definitely was about both climate justice and racial justice. And what eco faith brought to that process of me developing my TEDx talk was basically how to do it and how to do it with a big ongoing practice 5 of acting together. Eco faith made me realize that I was doing that core thing that humans do of telling a story. And in the process, I was developing relationships because I invited a whole series of people, both colleagues and friends and family, to listen to my story and give me advice. Not just encourage me, people did encourage me, but to say, I didn't get that part. And who put these characters? How did that work? And what is that white mattress lying in the middle of your slide? That's a power box. Wow, that really looks like a mattress. So let's take that out. So I was getting all kinds of good advice, and I got closer. I developed my bonds and my trust more with different people in this process. And with my family members, they just got to learn about my work at all. Because unlike, say, being a teacher or a minister or a nurse, working on electric school bus adoption is very opaque to people. Like, what the heck is that? What does it even look like? And so, in telling my electric school bus TEDx talk, people then just got to step into my world and I got to step closer to them. The main things I want to say is that it's humbling. It was very humbling to prepare my talk because the initial iterations were so sucky and kind of meandering. You guys made me feel safe because I gave you a completely um, rough and confused and muddled and not at all good version. And of course, you encouraged me. You encouraged me and you helped me to break the ice, because what you have to do with a TEDx talk, maybe with any good talk, hard to know, is to practice and practice it. I practiced that dang thing 38 different times. I think this was the very first time I was with Eco Faith, and I put 68 hours into preparing the talk. And I counted those hours because the TED Talk book, the little Bible on it, no, they weren't even the ones who said that. It was a presentation coach who said that it's 35 to 95 hours to prepare a truly good presentation. Long story short, I was humbled by the process of doing my talk. I definitely used the practices, and it was a successful talk. I'm not too self-conscious to say that it landed really well. People were very engaged. It was that the hard work paid off. And I'm going to say the practices paid off very specifically. Um, the link is going to not be made available until January. And of course, I'll share it with people. Um, I made sure to have communities of color be very woven into my presentation. Um, I know this story itself is not at all prepared, but I had to share it with you all because you were such a big part of my TEDx talk. It's like Eco Faith taught me how to do that type of thing. That's what I've got. Okay, now I go back to my hat of doing the script.